Welcome. It is a brew day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna try and stay a bit more still today. I get all excited when it's a brew day. So we are brewing outside once again because the weather is absolutely glorious. I'm going to show you the hops I'm going to use and put them down because I was crinkling the bag and I've just looked at the first take and it was bleeding noisy behind there. So we have got some Nectaron. Some Nectaron T45 hops. What am I going to do with them? So I got some Sabro and some Nectaron at the same time. I've been wanting to try them for absolutely eons and I finally got some. So I popped on social media, what should I do with them? I had all sorts of comments, hazy IPAs, Neepers, and I was going to do something with them together, but I've actually decided to do my old classic, what I do when I get some new hops, and do a smash. This time I'm doing a Nectaron Smash. And I want to get to know the hops, and that's how I do it. It's sort of a smash. It's got 4.5 kgs of Marisota Pale, and I've got 100 grams of carapils in there for head retention, which I'm using on most beers now at the moment. So it doesn't give anything apart from that, does it? Oh, carapils. So it sort of is a smash. And I'm going to use Cross My Loof 4. So, as I said, I put on social media. I can't put anything on social media this morning because the old internet's down. I got up this morning, it was flashing, but the alarm light's on, so it's definitely not inside the house, it's outside the property. So, before reporting it, I jumped in the car and had a look. So, we're with Up. Well, they've just been taken over by Virgin Media. So, I jumped in the car, had a quick ride around the block, and there's about 7 or 8 Virgin Media broadband vans with the lights flashing all around this area, so I'm guessing they know about it. If it's not back on by lunchtime, I'll probably just jump in, have a word with one of them, see what's going on. So yes, what's the hop schedule? I don't know. We're half an hour into the mash at the minute, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 50 grams last 10 minutes and 100 grams flame out, stand at 80 degrees for half an hour, then cool it down and pop it in the fermenter. Reason for this is, why am I not dry hopping, you're probably saying. Now, I've got some people coming over next month and I'm trying to get some brews done, and I'm going to do one today and one in a few days time. And the trouble is with dry hopping, I let it ferment out and then I drop it to 14 degrees C and then dry hop it and then leave it for 4 days normally. Just a bit more time in it. So if I do all the hops hot side, I can, as soon as it's fermented, I can cold crash it, get it in the keg. I think that's my plan. If that changes, I will get back to you and I'll tell you when I've got a beer in my hand. I have got a few things to do today. I can actually multitask some of the time. Well, we'll see if I can multitask anyway. So there's a bit of time when you're brewing, you can do things in between, aren't you? So instead of getting a load of brew footage today, I think I might take you along to do that. What have I got to do? I've got to put a new flag up because that one's ripped. I'm going to cut the grass. I can't remember what else I've got to do. Anyway, I might take you along to see what we're doing in the day, a bit of footage, and then we'll come back at some point. I might do a end of the day chat with a beer in my hand, or I might have this Nectaron T45 Smash-ish in my hand. Cheers.
Hey up, you're right. I'm recording this on my iPad. It is the end of a brew day. Disclaimer, I've been out, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Just having a cheeky little Brooklyn lager, but it's not my first beer of the night, it's my few. I've been out. My second father-in-law has took me out for a few beers. The saga of the internet. I don't know what the audio is like on this because I'm plugged out in. So I've been, like I say, I've been out. Let's just clarify where we are with internet. Today wasn't a great day. Don't get me wrong, brew day went lovely, but I was trying to do too many things at once. Well, I wasn't. I could have dealt with what I was doing. Okay, let's have a Spoiler alert, there may be a rant going on here, guys, a rant. And I may have to amend this if somebody gets back to me and goes, they've sorted it out and they do a great job. But, so, today, I got up this morning, and you do not realise how much you rely on the internet in your house. Especially when you're with Vodafone. Vodafone. And you live in an old Victorian Edwardian house with 6 foot thick walls that you get no signal on, no G hardly, and you have to rely on Wi-Fi calling. So I said that the internet was down, didn't I? So I went out and chatted to nothing was on by 12 o'clock. So I went out and chatted to one of the guys in the Virgin vans. As I said, I was with Up. They've been taken over by Virgin. Today was swap over day. Today is a Thursday. So I've got an email saying that our equipment's going to be swapped over a week tomorrow to Virgin. Why would you cut us off when we've got a contract with you, not put our equipment in now, and leave us with no internet? What's all that about? So I rang Virgin. Unfortunately for me, it's in my wife's name. And she's away on a last-minute holiday with our daughter at the minute. I've had to work, couldn't go. Last minute, somebody dropped out, had a chance. They could not give up. And Virgin won't talk to me because I don't know the word. Now, my wife doesn't know the word, whatever it is, because we've just swapped over and I don't think we've set an account up. But they're having none of it. Absolutely none of it. They wouldn't speak to me, wouldn't do anything about it. So yeah, we're without internet, and like I say, I can't do anything with this video. I can't upload videos to the internet. I can't do anything. My phone signal's rubbish, so I went out to the pub. I'm back at work the day after tomorrow, so here's what it is. But unless they pull something out of the bag soon, Virgin Media, shocking service. And she said to me at the end of the phone call, she says, I can't do anything for you. I went, what? Thank you for being so understanding. I went, I am not being understanding. I've explained to you that my wife's away on holiday. They're in a remote place with hardly any internet, hardly any phone signal. I am not getting them to ring you. It cost a fortune. And you've swapped over from Up to Virgin and not given me the stuff in my house till next Friday. So I'm going to be a week and a bit without. I'm just like, I can't believe it. This is craziness. This is shocking service. This should never happen in this day and age, should it? Surely. But the brew day. Anyway, we're cleared up with the brew day. The brew day went fine. I was totally distracted. It was a good job. It was a nice little, simple, cheeky little brew day because I was weighing ops out as I was putting them in. I never do that. I'm always pre-planned. I'm all ready to go. We're lucky we've got a brew in the bag. Not a brew in the bag. I didn't brew it in the bag. We're lucky we have got a brew in the fermenter that is reasonable, I hope, because I was so distracted. So I've got some footage. I said I was going to take you along, didn't I, for my day today and what I was going to do. So, yeah, rubbish. It's mostly me on the phone. So, I'll tell you what, half an hour on hold every time for them to say, I can't talk to you. Craziness. Absolutely craziness. The world's gone mad. We know that. But, yeah, so I've got a little bit of a montage and a few bits I got done today while in between phone calls. But generally, I spent most of the time on the phone, listening to music. That was my day. Popping back and doing my brew. Right. I'm going to go and try and find something to eat. I'm going to have a few beers and stay in bed in the morning before I go back to work the next day. Unless I've got an apology to make and something comes out the bag, I'll see you with a Nectaron in my hand. Cheers.
that's it. We have just kegged the Nectaron. There she is. Oh. Lovely. There we are. Should we have a look at some numbers? Now remember, we decided not to dry hop this, didn't we? Everything was before she went in fermenter. So numbers are OG 1.046. Final gravity was 1.009. For that, cross my loof. Fur. Looks a decent colour to me. It's going to be clear, I'm sure it is. Are we ready to get a tap on for it? It hasn't got a tap at the minute, so we can sit there condition. It does taste a little bit green, which I'm expecting. Never had Nectaron hops before. I've never had a beer with Nectaron in it. I think I might like it. Anyway, I don't think you can completely tell till you've got it carved up, pulled through a tap of some sort, and yeah, give it a proper good old tasting. I mean, I do that. I get... Yeah, but it is definitely a little bit green. Just a bit. You know that... I wouldn't say it was a... It's like a bitterness. Until those hops round out, I find they give me a bit of a bitterness. Now, there was no bittering hops in this, was there? It was all late edition, so it's definitely those hops. And nothing was left in for too long, so... Anyway, let's have a beer in her hand next time we come and see you, and we'll see what she's like after she's had time to get to know the keg, chill out a bit, relax and enjoy it. The Nectaron Smash is in the glass. And there she is. Blooming out, that looks good, doesn't it? Might have to take the top off that. It's quite a nucleated glass, but that is super clear. We've got quite a lot of carbonation on there. Not sure what I've done there. I think it's just a really clean glass and a really well carbonated beer. Oof, I can smell that from here. It has come in, ladies and gentlemen, at 4.9% of the ABV. I have just got back from a cheeky Friday afternoon game of golf. And I'll tell you what, I'm ready for a slurp, as Mr. Slurpy Dave would say. And this looks super inviting. Before I go any further, I'd just like to thank Sam Jones. He commented on a social media post, can't remember which one it was. He said he can't get Captain Scarlet out of his head. Now, it's Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons, isn't it, if you can think back that far. But he's got, and I've got it in my head too, Sam. I cannot, since you said that, I can't get it out of my head. Captain Scarlet and the Nectarons. Every time I hear Nectaron, Captain Scarlet is in my head. I can hear your voice. Craziness. So thanks for that. Appreciate it. As I say, I can smell this from here. Now, I did a bit of looking, and the Nectaron hop development name was HORT 4337. Hey. Bit of a fact there. Useless, completely useless, but it's a fact, isn't it? So we had no dry hop on this, did we? Not a dry hop. And that smells super, super fruity. just here. I mean, that has got some head to get through there. Look, give me a flake in it. It's here. It's here. It's here. And I can still smell it when it's here. It's craziness. I'm getting in. I'm thirsty. I didn't stop for a pint because my colleague who I was playing with, not my colleague, my friend who I was playing with, he's doing another social round in half an hour. So he's out for another 18. But we did cheat. We had a buggy. I never have a buggy. I use golf. I'm not very good to be. Well, I'm alright, but I use golf quite often I use it for exercise. It's a good old walk round. But it had a buggy. It did look like rain. It had been raining. It was going to keep us dry. It did rain a bit. It didn't rain too much, but it was a nice little change. And it gave me a chance to get some social media footage of the round, which I wouldn't normally get if I was walking with my trolley. So that's quite good. Might be a bit of a TikTok or something like that, or an Instagram. I don't know. But I'm really thirsty. I love a beer after a round of golf. So, and this is even better than the beer at the clubhouse. We have a light mouthfeel, super light and refreshing. Obviously them bubbles are piling everything around your mouth at the minute. Some would say that is too carbed. I would say I don't mind it like that, so I don't care. Sorry. So there's citrus, there's definitely some passion fruit. I'm getting a tad bit of peach, but not too much. It is super fruity. Those hops are mental. Proper crazy. They hit you in the face. Kapow! Bang! Seriously, they're just there going... Wah! Amazing. There's one fruit I am getting above anything else at the moment with this. I'm getting loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and even more and then a bit more grapefruit. Loads and loads of grapefruit in this. It's really pleasant. Is it overpowering? I don't know, it's my taste, but that is, I mean, they're all lovely. Like I say, there's lots of fruit bowly. I say this a lot, don't I? But like I say, I'm no expert at tasting beers. I like brewing it. You know, I talk about this all the time, do I? I'm a big fan of brewing beer. I'm a big fan of making videos. I'm a big fan of drinking beer. But I've always said I'm no expert. You can just go by your own taste, can't you? Because I am a big, massive, huge believer of people get different things from different hops. The same hop, somebody else might get something completely different. And as I say, I am getting a lot of grapefruit. A lot of grapefruit. But somebody else might get a load of passion fruit, might they? That's just how it is. Biggest thing in there is grapefruit. But don't get me wrong. That's not taken away from the mango and the passion fruit and the citrus and all the other lovely yummy bits of the hop. This is absolutely crazy. These hops are, like I've said, they're super boosted, I think. Really good, that is. It has cleared an absolute dream. I've not, as usual, anybody that follows this channel, I haven't used anything. There's no finings or anything got in here. That is just cold crushing in a bit of time. It's a beautiful colour. The carbonation seems to have just steadied itself up, which is lovely. It's got a nice bit of lacing on the glass. That head is sticking around, look. It's an inviting looking beer. If you are getting into all grain, do not be scared about doing a smash. It is a great way of trying a hop. I've said this before and I'll say it again. And it produces an absolutely beautiful, lovely, fantastic beer if you like the hops. Lots of people do lots of technical, lots of this in there, lots of that in there, all these malts and the adjuncts, and which is great. It's got its place. But don't be scared if you're starting out with 4.5 or 5 kgs of Marisotta, say, and some hops. Because it produces this. I am enjoying this beer as much, if not more, than some of the complicated beers that I've done before. Yeah? Absolutely. That's how I feel about it. It's got its place. I love to get to know a hop. I've said this before on Smashes, haven't I? And these hops are stunning. That grapefruit does give it a bit of false bitterness. But that's what grapefruit does, isn't it? It gets a bit confusing with the bitterness and the piffiness, doesn't it? Nice, nice, nice. These hops, if you've not had a go with them. I haven't looked what they pair with, or what you could pair them with. I would say these hops are quite dominating, so be careful if you're going to pair them. That's just my opinion, that's how I feel, but I haven't paired them with anything yet. I haven't had them with anything yet. This is the first time I've ever drunk a beer with Nectaron in, so I've got nothing to compare. Powerful. That is a powerful hop. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I'm very impressed. This beer is going down a treat. It just looks, look at it. It just looks lovely, doesn't it? I should have got a picture of that for the thumbnail. It's just beautiful. So the carbonation now, as we've gone down, look, that's where we are. I think it was just a little bit excitable at the start. A bit like me. The beer was excited to be pulled. I was getting excited to be drinking it. It's not disappointing. The internet is still, we're on. The internet is on. I didn't sort it. I had to wait for my wife to come home. It's fast. It's as fast as it was before. It was a pain in the backside. The flag is flying lovely and high. It's windy. It's windy today. So, and yeah, bit of a different. I had stuff to do. I was just waiting to sort the internet out, so I just got a bit of video footage of what I did that day. Sorry, bit different. It's all right. Bit different, innit? It is what it is. So, in conclusione, I've been excited about it. Sorry, I feel like I've been a bit probably too much animated on this video. But I've just had a really good round of golf. I've got the weekend off work. It's a Friday afternoon. It's Friday, getting into Friday tea time. I have got a fantastic beer to drink. Got friends coming over tomorrow for a lovely evening. I'm feeling very, very happy. I'm feeling super content with my life. Things are good. Things are really good. I hope you're all well. I really appreciate you watching, as always. Sorry if I've been a bit loud. Halfway through I went, shall I start this again? I went, no, I'm not starting it again. No, this is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. This is a beautiful beer. It's making me very happy. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend if you're watching it before the weekend. Or have a great week. Whatever. Cheers.
Like, subscribe and hit the bell.